I run a business that coaches nearly 1,000 people, but I still make it home almost every evening to have dinner with my wife and 3 kids. I have learned how to master my time, and I'll show you how to master yours. I don't have all the secrets for this. I just have a system, and it comes down to one single quote that I swear by. You show me your calendar, and I'll show you your life. I have family dinner scheduled in my calendar every single day. It's right there along with my meetings, my travel, my personal time, because if you want to be successful, you need to master your calendar. Every workout, every meeting, and every family dinner is scheduled. This creates clarity and forces others, even myself, to respect those boundaries. So start to follow the 3C framework: commit, color code, and conduct weekly reviews. And then you actually do it. It's so cliche to say everyone has 24 hours in a day, but it's also super true. If something's not working, it's because you're committing to the wrong things. Color coding. Color coding your calendar will change your life. Assign specific colors to different projects like family and fitness and work, and it'll give you a clear visual to see where you're spending your time. At one glance in my calendar, I can see if I'm balanced or not. You know, back in the day when I was really young, I had a lot of green time and I was making a lot of money. I was doing a lot of things that pertain directly to making sales, but my fitness struggled and my health struggled. And when I started getting into relationships and I was dating, right, even early on in my marriage, sometimes I wasn't spending enough time with my significant others. You want to know why? Because in my calendar, there was no date nights. So when I look at my calendar and when you look at your calendar, you're able to see the different colors and what needs more balance and what is really on track for you to hit your goals. Listen, your calendar doesn't lie. It tells the future, but it also holds the past. If you missed an appointment, mark it in your calendar. If you missed a workout or a meeting, rather, something that you had planned, mark it down. Use the calendar to keep yourself aware and accountable. On Fridays, I conduct weekly reviews. I do mine at the end of the week so that it gives me a fresh perspective heading into the new week. I want you to go ahead and try that. Mastering your calendar is the goal, but there are things that hold people back from fully mastering their day. There are the 4 horsemen of the time apocalypse. We call these procrastination, multitasking, distractions, and meetings. Here's a fast way for you to stop procrastinating. Track your procrastination in your calendar. Seriously, try it. If you blocked off an amount of time to do a project, but instead you're looking your email or scrolling social media, change that event in your calendar. I want you to mark it as gray. Gray is procrastinated. It only takes a day or 2 of you looking at your calendar and seeing the gray before you get sick of it. These are some tricks that I've taught some people that I mentor. It works. Deadlines create urgency and momentum. Many procrastinators will get work done only if there's a deadline and the stakes are high enough. Breaking tasks into smaller ones is going to help you make it manageable. Tackling just one piece at a time eliminates overwhelm and it keeps you moving forward. Use the 5-minute rule. Start any task by committing to just 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, guess what? That little push usually lets you lead into hours and hours of getting that task done. Accountability partners. Use accountability partners to prevent slippage. Sharing your commitments with someone else adds external pressure to follow through. Something else I use to prevent procrastination is I use the 3 Ds: delete, delegate, and do. Not everything you need to do. Cut things aggressively. Elon Musk says, if you're not adding at least 10% of your tasks back in, guess what? You're not cutting enough. Once you've deleted the unnecessary, delegate as much as you can of the rest. You're not the best person in the world at everything. Did you know that? Get rid of the things that you hate doing. And finally, you'll have the time to actually do the real list of things you should be doing. All right, enough about procrastination. Let's crush another productivity killer: multitasking. Dozens of scientific studies all say the same thing. Multitasking doesn't work. It doesn't even really exist. People who use multitask are just switching back and forth from task to task really quickly. Multitasking leads to more mistakes. Switching focus frequently disrupts your brain's ability to process tasks differently. So focus on one task at a time and do it really well. Deep work produces high quality results. Carving out uninterrupted time allows you to solve problems faster and more creatively. Single tasking builds mental discipline. Training your brain to focus improves long-term productivity and reduces stress. And that's a good thing. Your calendar will only have one event in a time slot. If you find yourself trying to do multiple things during that time slot, note it down and break that event into multiple events. You'll quickly see that you spent very little time on each task and likely didn't accomplish much of anything. Now, let's talk about distractions. They are everywhere. Our economy is built on trying to hijack your attention, social media being one of the worst. But what exactly is a distraction? The dictionary definition says a thing that prevents someone from giving full attention to something else. So here are two steps to quickly get your full attention back. Step 1, decide what you're doing at this moment. Even if you've been doing the work in this video, that step is already done. You've put the event in your calendar and you have deleted or delegated everything that isn't working. Step 2, remove all distractions, or as many as humanly possible. Move your phone into another room, and when you're done working on something important, close the door. Put on noise-canceling headphones. Play repetitive music, maybe without lyrics. And if you want to be more hardcore, go rent an Airbnb or a hotel or another office where you need a total scene change. Turn off the internet in the house. Order your meals like I did today. I'm filming content. I ordered all my meals for the whole day so that you don't have to worry about food. You are in charge of your full attention. If you feel like you can't turn off certain distractions, take a hard look at what it's costing you. Saying no to distractions is how you say yes to your goals and dreams. It's not easy, but every no to a time waster is a yes to quality time with my family. Have clear criteria on what earns a yes. And if it doesn't align with your purposes or priorities, it's an automatic no. Practice polite but firm responses, saying, I can't right now, but let's revisit it later. Keeps you focused without burning bridges. Celebrate every no as a win. Each refusal builds momentum towards achieving a bigger goal. Lastly, I want you to protect your time like you protect your reputation. So let's wrap this up by talking about meetings. Remember this golden rule. Meetings should save time, not cost time. If a meeting doesn't save time, it shouldn't exist. Most meetings can be cut in half. Shorter meetings. I now aim to finish a 60-minute meeting in 30 minutes, 30-minute meetings in 20, 20-minute meetings in 10. Efficiency can create space for what really matters. Every meeting needs to have a clear purpose. This ensures that everyone going into the meeting knows the desired outcome up front. Also, set a hard stop and stick to it. I hear people all the time say, yeah, I had a meeting and it went 3 hours. And I think to myself, you had a meeting that went 3 hours. Why? Well, I had nothing scheduled after. And, I just think to myself, the preparation is so weak. You need to prepare for a meeting and you need to make sure you get in that meeting, you get out of that meeting, and it creates time for everything else. Those that drag a 30-minute meeting or a 1-hour meeting into 3 hours, guess what? It ends up affecting their mental health, their family time, their health time, and everything in between. Communicate the meeting's end time clearly to avoid all over. Meetings should never be about disturbing information. That's what emails and pre-recorded videos are for. Also, use follow-up emails to handle minor details. This reduces the need for lengthy discussions during the meeting, and it's gonna save you tons of time. Buffer time between meetings is essential. I always add in 10 to 15-minute buffer between meetings. This makes sure that you can handle curveballs, also that you don't burn out, and I love those 10 to 15-minute gaps or buffers to make calls, go to the bathroom, eat something, make sure I'm drinking enough water. It really helps me refocus. These buffer times are gonna be lifesavers for you in the future. Protect buffer times like appointments. Make sure you treat them like they're essential because they are. They really are. Mastering your calendar and time may feel impossible at first, or it may feel like you're over strict, but structure creates freedom. Freedom and family are the reasons I'm doing this. That's why my family dinners aren't just meals, they're non-negotiable. These moments recharge me and remind me of why I'm doing it. They're the ultimate ROI on a well-run calendar. Share wins and challenges at the table. This deepens connections and makes time meaningful with your family. Create a no-tech rule during dinner. This eliminates distractions and helps you focus on your family. Reflect on your purpose during these moments. Family dinners provide a powerful reminder of why you're doing this all, why you're working so hard. When you prioritize what matters, everything else falls into place. Mastering your calendar knowing what to work on and when to work on it, overcoming procrastination and distractions. It can feel overwhelming and impossible on your own, but you don't have to do it alone. I've mentored hundreds of people to start their own journey towards a successful life. Whether you want to help more people, spend more time with your family, or find a way to be financially free, we've got the tools and support to help you make that happen. If you're ready to explore what we have to offer, tap the link on the screen or in the description below, and let's talk about how we can work together.